Let's meditate with this candle flame for a moment. Just breathing in your own preferred way and gazing at the flame of the candle. Perhaps some awareness in the body and your peripheral vision around the candle, with the main focus on the flame and the breath. A few more breaths. And release the focus. Actually, I'm going to leave that lit. Hello, this is Enigma Del Amor. Welcome to today's video, today's session. We are going to unravel the concept of attachment to outcome. We're going to explore it and also explore the related kind of cluster of energy that seems to come in the experience that can help us to see what is happening. So inside of myself in this moment, I am going through this process, so I'm using this video to see what is happening to me inside of me and see what is the way that I want to relate with things. Are there any insights that I need to have? And also anything that happens here is for you, if you want it to be, if you resonate with it, if you would like to take it, then take it. If you would like to leave it, then leave it. So let's have an experience together. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to do some divination style playing and see. So originally for this video, I had planned to read out a text that I've been writing, some notes I've been taking about attachment to outcome, because that way I can remember everything that I want to say. I can get it perfectly, that perfect outcome, that perfect video. And then I realized that I don't enjoy it as much when I read something. I enjoy it more when I'm spontaneous. So instead, I'm going to share this text with you on my YouTube posts feed because I love the text. I just don't want the text to be the video. So the text is a thing that you can go and have a look at if you want to read about attachment to outcome and see what I've realized and the insights that I have gained so far. And then we can use this video to go deeper or in a different direction or receive new information. So let's see what happens. So I felt it could be exciting to use divination. Some things that we're exploring related to attachment to outcome are perfectionism, feeling like there is not enough of anything, the sensation of lack, I'll just narrate the energy. So I'm doing it wrong. I need this to happen so that XYZ. I need this to happen, but it can't happen. I can't do XYZ. Okay, it's gonna be easier for me to see what I've covered if I write it down. So it's, aha, that's the one that I missed. You know, I don't think I need to write it down to check that I said everything. It shows me the words that I'm looking for. It needs to be exactly this way. Okay, so those are some more subtle ways to notice attachment to outcome. It's not just I need this thing in this way. It's also the things that I just said. And so, why are we exploring this today? Because being identified with this energy creates like a perpetual sense of being on the move, being in a rush, being under pressure without a release. And it's not that we need to get rid of this energy, because that would be an attachment to the outcome of this energy disappearing. It's that this energy is present, and also so are we. This is a part of us that we need to take care of, that we need to be present with, that we need to feel. So we can begin to observe by noticing when we see the language. I need this like this. This needs to be exactly this way. I can't do this. This is wrong. I'm doing this wrong. I can't do it because I won't be able to do it well enough. I can't do it it's mostly like I don't want to mess it up. Or I don't want to be under the amount of pressure that I'm putting on myself. So noticing that language and seeing that as a pattern. Not that there's something wrong with the pattern at all, it's noticing a pattern. And instead of functioning from this is me, functioning from, what is that? What is going on there? Maybe I can investigate this way that I'm relating with the things that I need to do, and potentially everything. And in what way does it serve me? In what way does it not serve me? So the part or parts of us that want things, need things, have ideas about the way things will go. They're so important. Those aspects can be used to get us moving, to give us an idea about what's possible, to show us what action may need to be taken in the present moment. It's about figuring out the relationship, finding relational harmony between this aspect of direction, this idea, accomplishing this goal, finding harmony with opening to see what happens, recognizing that I don't know everything, recognizing that I can never know exactly what's going to happen. allowing space for the unfolding, for the mystery, and letting our way of shaping things be an inspiration and a guide and a support, rather than a prison that doesn't allow new information, that doesn't allow surprise. So allowing new information, allowing surprise, recognizing the uncertainty that is inherent in every moment. Finding harmony in the relationships between these energies. There's nothing wrong with desire. It's about having a healthy relationship with it, while also having a relationship with mystery, with the unfolding, with now, with your breath, with your body. Sometimes for me, divination is just channeling. I have different tools around me. I seem to just be on a roll. Let's allow it to unfold however feels natural. So what I'm going to do now feels a little scary, because I had a point that I wanted to say that felt really good. And instead of trying to remember what that point is again, I'm noticing that I forgot what I'm going to say. Let's actually use that as a doorway and see what happens, and trust that what needs to be said will be said. So I don't know what I'm saying now. Just taking a moment to breathe and ground ourselves. Inviting relaxation and support to the body. Vitalizing, nourishing, and energizing ourselves with our breath. Receiving the sound of my slightly froggy voice today. Not knowing where we're going to end up is what comes to me. So thinking that it's possible to end up somewhere where everything is finished and there is no contrast, nothing else to do, no more movement. You know, this kind of state, this like, that's it. I've arrived. The end, finished, done. Everything is as I want it to be. Everything is perfect. Everything is under control. This kind of thing. So having that happen and having no further sense of something else that could be is not a thing. And trying to reach that place is suffering, because it's like having a goalpost and it moves. I will be X when something is Y, and then we reach that and then it moves, and then we reach that and then it moves. So instead, it seems more healthy to develop a relationship with the fact that the end moves always. And that there is this sense of building or creating or accomplishing, changing, accumulating, aiming towards, working, all of these kinds of sensations. And there is also now unfolding, and that it is always in flux. It's like developing a relationship with the flux of things. And finding the sense of completion that is here now. Not because we have completed everything, but because the only place that we can ever access, the only time, the only space, here, now. I'm not sure if I am explaining this clearly. I am attached to the way that it should be said. The perfect explanation. I want to share about this. So it's a very common pattern to have inside that when I resolve this situation with money, then and it's very subtle, then I will be excused to exist, is pretty much what's being said. Or when I do this thing correctly, then I'll be able to just be. Then I'll be able to relax into the flow and do what I want and things like that. And it's that never ends. And it's also that never leads to what we want. I need to earn my right to exist. I need to earn my right to abundance. I need to earn my right to be loved. And so, at least for me, I'm in a practice of learning how to remind me that I exist. That's why I'm allowed to exist. That's what justifies me to exist, that I exist. And that I don't need to do anything to deserve resources, money, love, community, experiences, creativity, everything that I want and need. I don't need to do anything to deserve that. That's inherent to who I am. To be loved. My nature is abundance. And that it's not possible to not be abundant. It is possible to have an abundance of lack. This video seems great. It's like new information. I was sort of feeling like I was talking about the same things on my old channel and also in my life. I have connected with a new flow and I'm liking it. it's all coming in one motion with this new channel, with this freeing me to be who and how I am, accessing more of myself. In a more natural way. With a cool headband. With adaptogens in my matcha. And yeah, I might not say everything that I wrote down. That's why the piece of writing can be found on my YouTube posts feed. That is allowed to be a different piece of art, a different piece of study. This is allowed to be like part 2. Or let's use a different method and see what happens. So to go deeper into that point, is that I'm practicing allowing me to do things because I want to, because I prefer to, because it meets a need that I have, because it's what's most natural and things like this. And I'm becoming more aware of the pattern that I am growing and practicing and learning out of, so to speak, which is, if I do this, then I'm enough. If I do this, then I did it. Or if I do this, then I earn. If I do this, then I earn. Then I'm worthy. Then I'm enough. Then I'm not in trouble. Yeah. And it's in a way daring to allow myself to explore, what do I prefer, what feels right for me, even if it makes a little less sense or is a little more risky, exciting, in alignment with what's possible for me, what's really best for me. Okay, so taking a moment to breathe again. I love to develop this pattern of stopping, taking some breaths, feeling, grounding into the body, observing what is being thought, centering, grounding. So there is a sensation of not being finished. And in this lifetime, we will not be. And so it's to develop a more harmonious relationship with that. And that it's kind of like an etch-a-sketch, life, existence, the energy. Is that we create something, but it's never like absolute. it can always be adjusted. A different direction can happen. We can start again. And that there is a lot of rich depth and meaningful experience in the unfolding, in the journey, in the spending of time with those who are important to you and that you love and who love you. And in also the journey to finding that, finding more of that, finding more of that within and without, both. And that taking care of our pain is as important as enjoyment and gratitude and things like this. And that to allow ourselves to swallow what is happening. Is where power resides. Than anything we may be inspired to do when in contact with reality can be guided by all the information that is available to you. And we can put our best foot forward, so to speak, while also leaving the door open for what is happening as it continues to happen, what could happen, what might happen, what we don't know. Be aware of, I already know. Even an attitude that says that, not necessarily even as obvious as this. I already know that it's like this, or this isn't going to happen for me. This sucks. This won't be XYZ. Basically deciding how something is going to go. Watch out if you have decided the future. I like to use that as a little doorway of like, could be, and, or, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Let's see. What can I do right now that feels like moving closer to everything I want, need, and love? What might I enjoy putting all of my focus into? And for me, it seems to be to follow that way of moving, that immersion that's guided by the win-win possibility. Like, what is being really asked for by all of me? And if we're in a group, by everyone. And to lean into that. So I'm going to allow myself to not explain everything today and to finish the video here. So thank you for coming on this adventure with me to discover more about attachment to outcome and also about ourselves, and some juicy insights that I cannot wait to go back and watch as I edit. I invite financial blessings gratefully via PayPal if you feel called to support the work of Enigma Del Amor. If you want to know what that means and about how I chose this name, then you can watch this video. Check out my YouTube posts for a feed of information that I share there. Basically the written and photo forms of my work / life. What's the difference? I invite us to take a few grounding, nourishing breaths. As we prepare to take care. See you soon. Bye for now. Namaste. Oh, something else. I feel this sense of accomplishment now. It's interesting because I'm not sure if I know how to explain this point. Alright, let's see what happens over some sage. Is there anything else that wants to be said? Some parts of me were like, we could have said this, and I'm like, we still can, if you want to. Is that feeling a sense of accomplishment is possible. And in my experience, it comes from acting in alignment with what's true for you. And that I'm a huge advocate for us to go after what we want and need directly. That's what I mean about allowing that vision of desire to support and inspire your movement in the present moment, and choose something that supports you to be here and practice being here as fully and deeply in the moment as we can, leaving room for mystery. Power is in our choices now, and in our boundaries now also. And in our attuning to what is here. And in loving that. Dancing the best tango that we possibly can with that. Receiving what is fully. Win-win is the Wu way.